Hello, Angela. My name is Dr. Miller. How are you today?
Good, I guess. And you can call me Angie.
Okay, Angie. So before we begin, I know you filled out a lot of paperwork before coming in to see me, and I just wanted to point out a few things. First, since you were 16, you were still legally a minor. Please know that you can say anything you want while you're in my office. However, legally, I may not keep information from your parent or legal guardian. If this occurs, I will always discuss with you what will be shared. I won't discuss anything without you knowing. Do you have any questions?
Nope.
Perfect. Well then, let's begin. Angie, why have you decided to see me?
Well, I was in a car accident a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving and I slid on the ice and I ran into a pole. And my friend Fred was in the passenger seat and he had to go to the hospital and he's in a coma.
Okay, Angie. I'm sure this has been a traumatic experience for you, but I want you to do something for me. When I say a word, I want you to tell me whatever comes to your mind. So let's start with car.
Driving, accident. Like that?
Yeah, great. Well, how about accident?
Pain, hospital, Fred.
Okay, good. So you brought up Fred pretty quickly. Have you been thinking about him since the accident?
I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He just still hasn't woken up yet and I've just been really worried about him.
Yeah, it's understandable to be worried about him. It sounds like you two were close before the accident.
Yeah, we've been best friends since kindergarten. He was the first person besides my mom that I was really close to and could go to for anything. Now that he's in the hospital, it's just kind of like there's a big hole missing.
Mm-hmm. Angie, a lot of times when we're experiencing anxiety, it's caused by feelings we might not know we have right now, or we're afraid to express. Some of our past experiences can also influence how we feel right now. I want to reiterate that this is a safe place. Anything you say in this room stays here.
Yeah, I understand. It just all happened so quick that maybe I don't really know how I feel yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there's still plenty of time to figure things out, but I really think we made a great start today. Let's plan on meeting again next week. Go. Hello again, Angie. How's your week been?
It's been good. Me and my mom went shopping a few times to make me feel better.
Do you spend a lot of time with your mom? What about your dad? Are you close to him as well?
Well, it's mostly just me and my mom. My dad hasn't been around practically my whole life. I mean, he probably remembers me, but he's never been around. And I've sent him things like for Father's Day and stuff, but I haven't heard anything back or anything.
Do you know why your dad hasn't been around? Has your mom shared that with you?
Well, she said that when I was about 6, he left, and I remember waking up like in the middle of the night, and I like went up to my window and I saw him get in the car and drive away.
Do you think this has affected you growing up?
I don't think so. I mean, I've been with my mom my whole life, so we've had a pretty good relationship. I guess I've just kind of always wanted that relationship with a dad, though, too.
Yeah, I can see that would be difficult to deal with as a child. What exactly do you mean by that type of relationship?
Well, I always hear my friends say, like, oh, my dad's here to pick me up, or I'm going to go do this with my dad, and it's just not the same as saying I'm going to go do this with my mom.
So, would you say you resent your father a little bit for not being around?
Yeah, I guess. I guess it's just not something that I've really thought about, and I guess it's just not worth thinking about since he's missed so much of my life already. I feel like it wouldn't make a difference.
You know, earlier, Angie, you told me that with Fred in the hospital, it felt like there was just a big hole missing in your life. Is Fred one of your only friends at school?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, me and Fred are together all the time, and he's one of my best friends. We met right after my dad left.
It sounds like maybe with your father gone, you grew closer to Fred, and now you're afraid that he'll leave just like your dad did.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel.
You know, it appears that you've kind of transferred your lost feelings of wanting to be loved by your father onto Fred. So now that he might leave you too, it seems as though history is kind of repeating itself.
But Fred's not going to leave. He won't leave, will he?
Well, I'm not in a position to confirm or deny that. But either way, what's important to deal with is your father, and then things will get easier from there.
You're right. I shouldn't deny things that haven't happened yet.
Okay, well I think we made a lot of progress today. Shall I pick this up next week?
That sounds great.
Okay. Hey Angie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I visited Fred since our last session, and he's still doing the same. He's in a coma still. But I had a dream the other night that I thought we could talk about.
Really? And what happened in your dream?
Well, I was driving, and I slid into the pole again, but when I looked into the passenger seat, it was my dad sitting there instead of Fred, and then he disappeared. I remember I just felt so, like, alone and hopeless, and then I think I called 911, but before anyone got there, I woke up.
Interesting. And what's your interpretation of this dream?
Well, it seems like what we talked about last time, how I'm replacing Fred with my dad. And I didn't think that anyone would find me, and I thought I was just going to be alone, and I felt so hopeless in the dream. And when I called for help, it just seemed like nobody would come. And if they did come, it would be too late for Fred or my dad.
But not too late for you. I think you're spot on, though. Trying to replace your father with Fred is exactly what happened in your dream. And you must have felt like no one would ever be there, and no one would ever come when you called.
Well, that's exactly how I felt. I felt really hopeless and alone.
You know, it makes sense that you felt hopeless, considering you had no control over your father leaving, and now you have no control over Fred. Oftentimes we feel a great sense of responsibility for what happens, but the truth is there are just some things we can't control. It's true that there isn't anything you can do right now to bring Fred out of the coma, but what you can do is forgive yourself and take the weight from your shoulders.
Yeah, I notice I do try to do that a lot.
You know, by bringing these thoughts into your conscious mind, you're already better prepared to handle the situation. Do you think that learning this about yourself has changed the way you view the accident?
I really do, and I still worry about Fred, but understanding why I was so attached to him and I felt so strongly and I reacted so strongly to this, I think it'll help knowing the reasons why. I was driving again, and I slipped on the ice and hit the pole, but... Stop! Why are you laughing?
Failure.
Hey Angie, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. Shoot! I have to explain, okay. She's been the person that's been there my whole life. Shoot.
Let's go.
Okay. You're like
Sorry.
over and freaking at me. Stop it.
Okay. Can we start it again, please?
Blooper reel.
It's Fred. Now you're afraid.
No.
Life. Shoot.
Hey Angie, how are you doing today?
Wait.
And then, I think. Shoot. Sorry. What the heck? We weren't ready. We lied.
You're just staring at me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm like,
Did you?
okay.
Did you?